Update: Am I the asshole for refusing to cry in front of my GF? Original. Thank you all very much for your feedback in the original post. There were a variety of perspectives on this, but the general consensus seems to be that, while I'm not the asshole, it is bad for our relationship if I keep bottling up. You're right, it's not fair to me or Katie if she's looking for someone to relate to, and I refuse to give that to her, especially not when she's grieving. Also, thank you for being sympathetic with Katie's plight. She's apologized for lashing out. She was just acting out of grief, not out of spite or a need to control me. Well, the situation has turned into one of the most profound moments of my life. As we were making amends, Katie gave me a copy of her mom's funeral on video. We both watched it together, and, this time, I found the courage to cry for the first time in 7.5 years. Hearing everyone describe Katie's mom had tapped into my inner child, the sad, lonely little boy longing for the warmth and affection that he didn't get from his only parent. Katie, despite her own grief, showed me nothing but kindness throughout my mental breakdown. All this time, I'd been seeing my own feelings as being invalid compared to hers. Katie just said, "My mom always made me feel safe whenever I was sad. Now I wanna do the same for you." Bless her heart. Now, our relationship is stronger than ever. We're both looking after each other, but also seeking our own means of support to avoid being too dependent. I've finally started on my long overdue journey toward healing from my trauma, and improving my mental health. I never would have reached this milestone if it weren't for the kind people of Reddit. I started from having no other outlet to having more options toward bettering myself than ever. Thank you all very much. Congrats. It's weird, but crying to someone you trust and letting them comfort you feels significant othergood. You deserve that feeling.
Great update. Side note, I can't imagine not crying for 7.5 years. I cried reading this, I cried thinking about a really nice scene in a cartoon about volleyball today. Edit. The show is Haikyuu, and I highly recommend it, it's on Netflix.
Her statement to you made me cry. Thank you for the update and I'm sending all my blessings and well wishes your way.
Wow. Happy for you both but still sad for the circumstances that happened to get you here. Best of luck and thanks for the update.
This is so weird. I definitely read this exact story and update like a week or two ago.
I am a woman that has been afraid to cry in front of others because I was shamed for it as a child. I appreciate you saying you found the courage to cry. So accurate.
Oh, wow, Op. So many good things in this update.
I'm so glad that you talked it out and are seeking other healthy outlets. It's a hard journey, I wish you both nothing but the best. Heart.
That is significant other wholesome. It may my heart cry tears of gushy joy. It's nice to hear everything worked out and this has been a bonding experience. It's good you both have each other around. Sound like a great couple just learning to grow together and ride through the hard waves.
I swear I read the original post and this update a week or so ago.
Probably weird having strangers in the internet say that they're proud of you, but damn, so happy for you that you took that step. Honestly can't imagine what it was like not crying for that amount of time. Hopefully this is a new page of life for you.
1. I am so proud of you for starting to let your walls down. 2. I kid you not, it actually feels good to cry. It feels like you're releasing built-up tension and you can breathe again. Not always but more often than you'd think. Sometimes you even feel good after a cry. Have you ever heard, sometimes you just need a good cry? 3. I really suggest therapy to keep growing. I feel like your dad would hate the idea of therapy, but just as it makes no sense to bottle a normal human emotion, it makes no sense to avoid talking to a third-person unbiased professional who can give different perspectives for your consideration and help you grow as a person. 4. Do you write? I think your writing is really good and I suggest you pursue it even just as a hobby. I felt like you could write a novel.
Congrats Op. Great way to grow and very mature of you.
My mom always made me feel safe whenever I was sad, now I wanna do the same for you. This got me dude. Such a powerful thing to say.
This is beautiful. Love it.
Congrats now you're a little bit more in line with your feelings winking face.
I didn't intend to be openly sobbing tears of relief and joy for an internet stranger at 3 a.m., but here we are.
A great ending to a sad story. I am happy for you. 2 other thoughts. You're a talented writer. I think you did an above-average job with both your posts. Purely my opinion, but I think women often pay attention to and like improving the mental well-being of their family, BF, pets, etc. They like caring for things. I know my girlfriend gets upset if I don't let her take care of me in certain situations. So long story short, you letting her in will be great for your relationship in the long run.
Admitting weakness to people close to you makes you stronger, not weaker. It looks like you understand that now. I hope you can heal from your trauma. Congrats heart heart heart.
Everyone was critical of your father Op, but it's not easy raising a child by yourself. I'm glad you're doing better Op. Now I am almost crying. This is truly the best update I've ever read. Good for you and you are a lucky man. Katie's awesome.
What a lovely update. Well done for being so brave and letting yourself be vulnerable. Don't panic if it seems lots of things make you cry for a while. You probably have a backlog of unprocessed feelings. Take extra special care of yourselves for a bit, bed on time. Stay hydrated. Make sure you are physically comfortable and you'll be lion-hearted in no time. Bro. She's the one.
This is such a positive update. Being in touch with your feelings and processing them properly can only ever be healthy. So glad it's working out for you and Katie. Am I the only one that noticed that his significant other posted advice for her side of the story as well as an update?
I cry to myself still. Trust me, tell your significant other whenever something is bothering. What a fantastic story. Thank you for sharing.
Highly recommend the movie Inside Out if you're ready to feel those feelings again.
No, the majority vote was nah. Your girlfriend wasn't the asshole and the majority of people agreed you were for how you described her going into the house after her mom's funeral.
Yay. This is wonderful news. Please don't forget your therapy.
Amazing. If you're interested, this book is basically about what you described your father doing to you, emotional neglect. Running on Empty by Janice Webb. It can help you learn your emotions and learn how to cope with them in a healthy way. Sorry your father never gave you the room to do that.
This made me cry because it reminds me of my fiancé and I. He always acted cold and never smiled, and I knew he was very emotional on the inside and just hid it. I'm so glad you feel comfortable being open around her. I feel where she was coming from, but she made a lot of assumptions when she blew up on you. I would consider it not the asshole instead of nah.
I'm glad you were able to do that. Crying can be so good and necessary sometimes. I've been able to solve many problems after giving them a good cry. This might be one of my favorite updates. It was so time to heal that sad little guy inside of you, and Kate sounds like a truly special person. I'm not trying to say marry her today, but maybe one of these tomorrows you can. She sounds like someone good to do life with. I am proud of you, sincerely. May this be a start to a journey to find yourself. Bruh, seriously. She's the one who thinks crying will lessen a mont's ego. Not the asshole.
Your girlfriend is amazing, dude. That quote is the sweetest thing I've ever read, and as I read it, all this sand got in my eyes. It's totally normal to cry. Military reunions always get me. We as humans need that emotional release, whether it be tears or going nuts when your team wins a championship, etc. But you hold on to your girl. We need an update when there's a proposal. You have me in tears. This is beautiful and so amazing. I truly hope to read another update.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
All the gentle hugs. I hope you will continue this journey with your lovely girlfriend, and I hope that with this giant step, it has given you the courage to seek a professional to help you learn new and better tools. Good luck to you in this new phase of your life.
Sir, I hope you know Katie is a keeper. It takes a special woman to be able to break through that kind of mental wall and then to be that kind of support while she's going what could be the worst time of her life herself. She sounds amazing and you're very lucky. I'm glad you're starting your own journey to healing.
I never cried for 14.5 years. How did it feel to cry again? I'm never able to pick myself up and push forward as much as I am after a decent, ugly cry.
Honestly, your original post is one of the best examples of the damage that toxic masculinity does to men. Good to hear you're moving forward and taking care of your mental health.
I just read your original post and I think you were not the asshole, but I think it's good that you've decided to work on it. Your girlfriend kind of acted like an asshole, but she does seem very loving and she cares about you, so hopefully you can forgive her too. I can kind of understand why she did act a bit like an asshole though. It's nice to see her comforting you. She's definitely a keeper.
Awesome. I just want to encourage you in this. You have emotions. And for all that time your dad was asking you to lie about that. He was asking you to pretend you didn't have the feelings after you had already felt them. Who does that help? I'm sure he was also having a really hard time as a single father and was telling himself he had to be strong for you. He likely was having his own little meltdowns that he never let you see. Maybe when you're older and he feels his work is truly done, he'll soften up a bit.
This is beautiful. Now I'm crying.